A little known fact about hedgehogs is that they like to put their feces in their mouth, chew it around, mixing it with their saliva and forming a nice paste, and then they spit it out and rub it on their bellies. Now, not only does science have no idea why they do this, but you'd think that despite how cute hedgehogs are, this act alone would make them the most disgusting creature on the planet. The most icky, vile, just cretin of a creature, that scum clinging to the bottom of a boat. But of course, with me saying all this, you already know there's something worse out there. Yes, there's a bigger boogeyman out there in the world coming to get you and everything you love. And of course, I'm referring to scalpers. You know I love each and every one of you out there watching this video, but if you're a scalper, you need to click off this video right now because this is not a safe space for you, buddy. I am going in on you and your entire family. I hate scalpers, wholeheartedly detest the entire concept of scalping. I don't think that's too controversial a statement to say on the internet. I don't think anybody likes scalpers. But if you don't know what a scalper is out there, essentially a scalper is someone who buys an entire surplus of a product so that others can't get it. And usually the goal is so that the scalper can then sell that product themselves for an upcharged price. One of the famous examples was the PlayStation 5. For about the first year or two of the PlayStation 5's release, it was almost impossible to secure one because scalpers were just eating that shit up and then selling it for $1,000, $1,200, just insane prices because there was nobody else to get a PlayStation 5 from. Scalpers had taken that entire market and turned it into their monopoly. So, scalpers suck. They're really icky people. I'm not a fan. I don't like you one bit, Scalper May. Look, I've gotten deep, and I mean deep, into the trading card rabbit hole, and it started light. It started easy. You know, my buddy gave me a pack of Final Fantasy trading cards for free, you know, and that was nice. That was fun. It was innocent. And then you cut to yesterday where I'm dropping $200 on Pokemon Lost Origin boxes. It's bad. It's gotten rough out here. And look, you can criticize the entire trading card industry if you want. You know, yeah, they're useless. They're pieces of plastic. They're cardboard. You know, they're not helping anybody at the end of the day. But you know what? That is my God-given American right to waste my money. Okay? Who cares if we have bills? Who cares if we need to eat? Okay? My girlfriend said the other day, oh, how are we gonna pay our bills? Our bills? All I see is your bills and my money. Okay? For trading cards. So yes, while you can argue that trading cards are useless at the end of the day, you know, so is everything. So I don't think that's fair to attack it. And it's truly egregious, the market for these pieces of plastic, let me tell you. I have a buddy and about once or twice a week, we'll go out to try to hunt down some cards. And I'm telling you, it does not matter where the hell you go, folks. You can go to GameStop. You can go, first of all, GameStop's not even a fucking card store, but that's become one of the, you know, biggest markets for it because God forbid they sell games at a reasonable price. You can go to GameStop. You can go to Walmart. You can go to Target. They won't have cards. They'll have nothing. They'll say the same shit every time you walk in. Oh, we sold out day one. We're gone. We're clean. We're fresh out of stock, buddy. You can go to trading card stores. They'll barely have shit. That's their whole shtick. They don't have it. And it doesn't matter what cards you're going for. They won't be there. You know, Pokemon's definitely the worst of it. If you find a Pokemon set, you should go get a lotto ticket that day because the amount of luck you have to find a single pack of Pokemon, of any set of Pokemon either. You know, it doesn't matter. It won't be there. One Piece. In a month search, I think we found one booster box of OP9. And that was like a miraculous day. You know, I got like 3 packs, and that's the only One Piece cards I've seen since. Magic is usually okay. Sometimes there's commander decks out there. Sometimes there's maybe one booster pack, but that's pretty scarce too. The only thing you can reliably find in stores is Yugioh. And Yugioh, thank God, it goes for pretty cheap. If you're into Yugioh, you know, it's still a good market. And Lorcana, baby. Can't get enough of that Lorcana. Every store is stacked to the brim with fucking Lorcana, man. It's all they got. You know, it's sad, man. You can't just walk into a store and get a pack of cards like you used to. No, you have to go through these insane hoops. You have to be waiting outside of a store, it feels like. You have to do like midnight releases for sets. I'm sure some of you all saw the videos of the fights that broke out in the new Pokemon set released. It's fucking crazy. That's not normal for trading cards. And God forbid if you are one of these sorry sons of bitches like me looking for Final Fantasy cards. Good luck, bro. It's not happening. I give you my word, it's not happening. Look, I'll show you. And the entire time that I've been going crazy trying to find cards, I have found these 13 Final Fantasy trading cards. That is it. That is it. Now, I don't know if you know, I think usually a pack of cards is like 10 or so. This is 13. And this is all I've found in my hunts. You know, it is insane out there. I'm not going to bring out the rest of my cards because that'll be a whole hour. But the Final Fantasy cards, though, are sick, bro. Look at that Redis, dude. Look at that Redis from 12, dude. Do yourself a favor, look up the Cecil Harvey full art cards on Google. They are fucking amazing, man. The Terra card, holy shit. I'm getting sidetracked. It is egregious, the state of the market for trading cards right now. And everyone knows it. You know, it's not like a secret that it's impossible to find cards, but it's just kind of accepted because people really want the cards and they're going to do whatever it takes to get them. So as long as people squeak out their pack, that's kind of just the vibe I've been getting. You know, it's like, yeah, it sucks. Good luck, you know, luck of the draw. But it's fucking because so many scalpers are just online buying out the entire set as soon as something drops. And, you know, some stores have taken, you know, precautions for it. You know, I've known like some GameStops will give people a number. You know, when they go to the door, you have to write your name and then put a number and then you get like one pack. The fact they have to do that alone is sad, but hey, that's something. And you may be saying to yourself, you know, flip side, you're wrong. You're an idiot. You're stupid. And stop saying those things. That's a lot. That's way too much. But if you're thinking that it's not scalpers just buying up the entire sets, go onto any streaming platform. Fucking go on to TikTok, go on to YouTube. You'll find someone opening Pokemon cards. There's people that they run like 24-hour streams. They're just opening sets all day. And some of these dudes, there's one dude, I won't name drop him. He literally opens the pack. He'll go, like, if you don't know how Pokemon packs work, or just packs in general, there's usually one card that's pretty much, you know, a higher chance at being like a super rare card in the pack. He'll go right to that card, pull it out, and then throw out the rest of the pack. And he'll just boom, 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 boom. And he streams like 24 hours a day. I don't know how many packs, I don't know how he's affording, you know, to keep this up. But it's fucking insane. The fact that one dude is opening what must be like 8,000 packs a day. It's like, yeah, of course you can't find a pack in GameStop because fucking John Fuckletits over here is buying the entire stock. It's fucking stupid is my point. But of course, scalpers suck. We all know this. Doesn't matter if it's consoles, games, you know, movie tickets, concert tickets, you know, trading cards. They ruin it for everybody, you know, but I really do think with the attitude around trading cards just being, yeah, it's really hard to find them, especially now, just being kind of this normal, you know, attitude to have, I really do think some responsibility falls to the companies making these cards. You know, I can't imagine they are just unaware of the problem and the scarcity of these cards. I don't know. Print some more. I don't know if that's a solution. I don't know if that would tank the market. I really don't give a shit about the market. I just think it's fun opening the fucking cards. I just want to find a Giratina, dude. I don't give a shit if it costs like 20 guabooble bucks, you know, on eBay or some shit, or if Logan Paul is gonna rub his ass to get it. I don't care. I just want to have fun opening packs. That's another thing. When you finally do find a pack, an illustrious fucking pack, those packs are outrageously priced. And of course they would be, because you can't fucking find them. So of course they're going to charge whatever you want, but you're paying $15 to $20 for a single pack of cards? That's fucking insane. It's crazy. You know, the whole fun of trading cards is opening a few packs and having the luck of the draw, seeing what you get. You know, maybe not buying 18 fucking packs, but maybe you buy 2 or 3 and, oh, did I get lucky on this? Nah, whatever, you know, and maybe you spend 10, 15 bucks, but you're gonna spend $20 on a single pack to get shit. It's fucking defeating. And, you know, it's not like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, let me just buy another. No, that shit adds up after a while. You know, it's a hobby, and hobbies can be expensive, but after a while, you gotta draw the line somewhere. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know if you print more cards. I don't know if you lower the value of cards by printing more. You know, I'm not Wizards. I'm not, you know, the Pokemon company. I don't have these fucking answers. But what I do know is something's gotta change, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Jesus. And I don't think, like, the industry's ever gonna, like, go negative because of this. I don't think people are gonna stop buying cards because they're like, oh, fuck this, it's not worth it. Because there's always gonna be the whales out there that will spend egregious amounts of money, you know, to get a piece of plastic. But I really don't think the average, you know, the average Joe who's just treating this like a hobby is gonna want to do this shit much longer. I certainly am not, you know, and I think it's so lame to just go online and buy the individual cards you want. I think that's so fucking lame. I will never do that. You know, of course there's Final Fantasy cards I really, really want, but to go online and just to buy an individual piece, that takes the entire fun out of it, and it's not cool. But I will say a lot of these trading card games do have online counterpart games, and I think they really do help in situations like this, especially with the Pokemon trading card game, you know, the mobile one. It's been such a blast, you know, to play that, and you don't have to spend money on that. There's a lot of ways to open packs for free, and yeah, they're not real cards, but it does kind of scratch that itch of the hobby, you know, of having fun just opening shit. And yeah, you can spend real money on the app, and I'm sure some people that are, you know, not strongly willed with holding back on that kind of thing, you know, will spend a shit ton amount of money on the app to get every card. But I think for that average consumer that just wants to have fun, you know, and kind of do that RNG kind of, you know, gameplay loop, I think that's an option you can do, but it's in no ways a solution, you know, because at the end of the day, it is digital. You know, half the fun is just having your cards, showing off to your friends, like, look what I got, you know, trading in person. That whole gameplay system, that is why trading cards have been so popular for so long. And every new set, at least for Pokemon, it seems like it just gets worse and worse, man. But yeah, scalpers suck, man. I hate them. They're making it so hard. They're ruining this hobby that I just got into. I just got into this shit. I was having so much fun. You know, I was excited about collecting packs, and then just done immediately. Because I got to camp outside with 18 other dudes outside of GameStop to get one fucking pack of Pokemon that's got like 18 Dedenne in it and nothing else. And God rest your soul if you're a Final Fantasy trading card fan. It's not happening, brother. I can tell you from experience, it's not happening. That's it. That's it for me, man. I'll see you later.